Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Speaker, the crisis in our post-secondary system provides yet another example of a public service that is crumbling under this government's erratic and irresponsible fiscal approach. Last week's Blue Ribbon panel found that Ontario's funding for post-secondary education is just half that of the rest of Canada. 8 Ontario universities have run deficits for 2 years in a row. Speaker, what is the Premier's plan to address the fragile and financially unsustainable situation of Ontario's colleges and universities?
The Minister of Colleges and Universities.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, member, for that question. And Speaker, the opposition can ask questions until they're blue in the face, but my answer is still the same. We are reviewing the panel's recommendations, and we will look forward to working with the sector and to develop a plan that works for the long-term sustainability and success for Ontario's colleges and universities. But I want to remind everyone that the NDP, under the Liberal government, let tuition skyrocket in this province. But now that the government is taking a practical approach, putting students first, and taking the time to review the recommendations, they don't want to be part of our solution. Like always, they will oppose the measures that we take to support students. They'll vote against the solutions that we bring forward.
You don't bring solutions. Focus
on playing politics. We are here to support students and to ensure financial sustainability of the post-secondary institutions for years to come.
Supplementary question.
Speaker, this government has slashed funding for post-secondary education, both on a per-student basis and operating funding. More and more institutions are being forced to turn to partnerships with private for-profit colleges to keep the doors open, which raises questions if this was the government's plan all along. Speaker, will the Premier commit today to ensuring that colleges and universities in Ontario will get the increased funding that they, and more importantly, students need to keep the sector afloat?
Members, please take their seats. To reply, the Minister of Colleges and Universities.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I cannot overemphasize the importance of ensuring that colleges and universities operate transparently and are accountable to
Unlike the
students
government, right?
and the taxpayers about how their money is spent. My ministry has already begun working with institutions on a financial accountability framework that will allow for early detection of financial challenges and require immediate action to correct bad practices. In order for post-secondary to be sustainable for the long term, institutions need to take leadership and review their operations from top to bottom. From governance practices, program offerings, day-to-day operations, and everything between, colleges and universities across this province need to become the best possible version of themselves. This is not a change that will happen overnight, but it is one that is necessary so that students, families, and taxpayers can have confidence that every dollar being spent is allocated appropriately and with complete transparency.
Thank you very much. The next question, member for Brantford Brant.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade.